in my experience, I mean, it's a small place, so what I'm doing is going to be niche anyway, but if I was in Brooklyn or somewhere, there'd be tons of people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or parts of, I don't know, or in Germany somewhere, in Berlin or somewhere, Cologne, maybe. But Belfast kind of, maybe not. It's not the most cutting edge place for art or music, put it like that. So it doesn't really matter that I'm doing the label from here, because it's sort of, like you say, virtual.
So you can be anywhere and do it.
I can be anywhere and do it, but it isn't. I mean, I would like to try and sort of make more things happen in Belfast, you know, and because there's people are up for it here. They just sort of don't really realise what they can do. I think they're exposed to a lot of shit, sort of mediocre things, and they just go along with that most of the time. Like the younger people, the kids, sort of things. So,
why did you come back to Belfast from London after you were doing your degree over in London, or just working?
I started doing an MA there, and basically I ran out of money. London is ridiculously expensive to live in, and the other thing I realised was I thought, you know, you've got to go here because that's where all the bands are, but that's not really what you need to do anymore because of the internet, and you can hook up with all kinds of people all over the world without leaving Belfast or wherever else. But I just came back here out of necessity, really. It wasn't because I really particularly wanted to come back here. And if I'm honest, I mean, I think Belfast is a lot better than it has been for a long time. It's, you know, it's getting better, and a lot of good bands come here now. But I think I might leave it quite soon, because I'm quite, after a while, it's like, there's only so much you can do in Belfast, and it's just a bit small, and it becomes a bit frustrating as a place just for the size of it, and the people are kind of annoying, and it's just like, fuck, I just want to go somewhere else. But I mean, if I wanted to work in a call centre or in the civil service, I could stay in Belfast, you know.
And you don't want to do other things?
No, I think I'd rather eat my own hand than do that. You know? So I just feel like you have to make a stand if you're creative about things, and to try and do something that means something to you, you know, otherwise what's the point?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't sacrifice yourself to that and say, I'm going to starve because of this, you know, because it's just not worth starving for, you know, you've got to survive. And there was one thing where they had this guy I know from this magazine, the local magazine, I won't name him, but he was interviewing these local bands, and they were all talking about what a vibrant scene there is in Belfast right now for all these bands. And I suppose if you're into that kind of music, there is a lot of bands about right now, but if you ask me, it's really generic shit, and it's like really, there's no imagination to it at all. And people, I think there is creative activity here, definitely, but I don't know, I think it's always going to be compromised because of the size of the place, and just the way people are here. They're kind of, I think people are a bit conservative here, just, I mean, like, in the way they don't really want to take risks or think outside the box that much, and they're quite insular, and when they have a scene of whatever kind, they're quite cliquey about it, and they sort of look inwardly at their own little thing rather than trying to involve and include other people to that much. But I mean, some people thrive on being outsiders, you know, and I guess maybe I'm one of those, you know, because it's never going to get to the point where loads of people like the kind of music I like, probably, even though it's the best kind of music. That's the thing, if you kind of are ambitious, Belfast, you can experiment with things, but you just can't realise things to the full extent that you want to, maybe.
There's just not money or a market.
It's the same old thing. I mean, anyone really who's made a real success of themselves from Belfast has probably left Belfast to do it.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately, there are successful people here, but most successful people here are like property bastards, you know. No one really that interesting.